Hi everyone, this is Kate McPherson, Narragansett Bay Riverkeeper, and I'm going to show you how to very easily and very cheaply put a little bit of buffer on your property. So this buffer isn't between a water body and the development, but it's just an example of an area where I wanted to have a little bit less maintenance for my yard, but I still kind of want it to look kind of nice. So I put a little bit more time and effort into it rather than just stop raking the leaves. So I use my mower and I chop up the leaf mold a little bit. It helps to chop up the leaves, and you can probably hear on this video it's quite breezy here today. And so the leaves don't fly around as much if I mulch them with my mower first. And I'll do quite deep. So you can see I covered up some grass here. I want this grass to die because I don't want to mow it anymore. And so I want to really cover that up with at least 3 inches. More is better. The leaves sort of create this foundation for other things to grow in. And the key for buffers is complexity. So I want to have features such as these sticks. They help to trap leaves that are blowing. It's really windy, you just drop the leaf there. And keep things in place. And I also like to have sort of a nice little border that shows maybe somebody else who might be helping to maintain the yard exactly where to stop mowing. So I just use some rocks that I found around. It's New England, so lots of rocks. Or just some dead wood. Create a nice little border between this parking area and then my recreation area in front. And then over time, I know I'm going to get lots of little seedlings and saplings. I can pluck out things that I think are growing too close, and I can carefully manage this so that it looks nice but is still a buffer. And then as you can see, it goes downhill. So even though there isn't a water body super close, maybe about 400 feet down this hill, there is a stream, there is a wetland, and eventually that stream feeds the Woonasquatucket River, and then the Woonasquatucket River feeds Narragansett Bay. So even though I'm pretty high up in the watershed here, the things that I'm doing for my lawn can have a water quality impact. So this is a beautiful wetland, and we want to keep it beautiful. And so when you look on the ground, there's the wetland edge right here. And when you look on the ground, you see lots of leaf litter. Leaf litter does an excellent job of slowing down the flow of stormwater. One thing that's good about this buffer is canopy cover. We have a really good canopy cover. In November, you can see the branches, but during the growing season, this would be all filled in with leaves. And you can see there's a lot more complexity in shrubs and vines and logs on the ground. This all provides really good wildlife habitat, but also it really helps to stop and trap stormwater. So rainwater, when it hits this portion of the buffer, it's going to hit the leaves first, up high in the canopy. It's going to trickle down the stems. Once all that water is sort of coating every leaf surface, it's going to hit these shrubs and vines, and then after a good half hour, it's finally going to reach the forest floor, where it's going to start to coat the leaves on the ground before running off. Get closer to the house, you can see it's a little bit less rough and textured, and that's okay. I'm actively putting in more buffer. So you can see the driveway, more houses. This is the area of lawn that gets maintained in the back to stop stormwater from running off into the wetland and the river that's down that hill. And so this is an example of how your backyard or front yard really can be bay friendly.